Hey everyone, welcome back. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how you can set up RDP on Ubuntu server. Perhaps you can use this particular method to set up RDP on any Linux server, okay? And it is quite easy. So without wasting time, let's get started. So in order to create the server, you should have the cloud provider account first. In my case, I am going to use DigitalOcean account to create a server, but in your case, you can use any cloud provider. It doesn't matter, okay? Now let me click on the create and click on the create droplet, so that should give me option to create the server itself. Now here the location, whatever the location is, I am just going to keep it the default location. Here I am going to choose the Ubuntu 22.04. Don't choose the 24 or any other version, because I found that 22.04 is the most luckiest version all of them, because it has less bugs. Now, when picking the server size, remember that we are running the GUI and accessing that using the RDP. That means graphical user interface is getting running on the server. It requires some additional computing power. So you cannot just go ahead and click 1 GB, 1 NTL, 1 core setup, right? No, it will not work. It will just crash. Even 2 GB, 1 core will also crash. You should at least choose minimum 2 GB, 2 core, or you can go ahead with the further whatever package you wanted to choose, okay? But minimum is 2 GB, 2 core. In my case, I'm going to choose 8 GB, 2 core. Not this one, I'll choose the regular one, 8 GB 4 core processor. That's what I'm going to choose, right? Because I am recording the video and I need everything faster, so that's why I'm going to choose this one. But in your case, you can go with the 2 GB core. Okay, great. Now here let me enter my password and done. Now let me give my name for my server, which is going to be RDP. It is not compulsory to name the server RDP. I am just naming RDP because it is easy to identify. Okay, let me click on the create droplet, and it will take little bit time to create the droplet, around 30 seconds I guess. Meantime, I'll show you. I have already created the one blog on my website, which is fuxet.com, and here you can just go ahead and continue with the process if you have Linux knowledge. If you don't, then you can continue with me. And in this complete installation, if you face any issue, you can just go ahead here and ask the question on the fluxet.com also, right? Can you see a lot of people are asking the questions right here? Okay, so let's go back to the our server and let's see if it is ready. Okay, it looks like the server is ready. So let me copy the IP address and let me open the CMD. Now, a lot of people will think that why he is opening the CMD. We use the putty. Doesn't matter. If you are familiar with the putty, use the putty. And if you want to use the CMD, use the CMD. CMD is the easiest way to go. Let me type SSH root at an IP address and let me hit the enter button and say yes, and let me add my password, and that should give me access to the server. Okay, now I have access to the server. The very first thing I do when I get to the server is I'll just clear the screen and I'll do apt update to update the repositories to the latest version. Okay, and once the apt update is done, I'll go to the updating the packages to the latest version using apt upgrade, apt upgrade upgrade. Okay, and in some cases this upgrade process might take a little bit time depending on your server size, depending on your OS version. Okay, so in my case it is quite faster because I told you I am choosing the bigger server. Okay, great. Now once this update process is done, then what we are going to do, we are going to proceed with the creating the separate user for your RDP. So let me just take that terminal on the left side and I'll open the browser on the right side, and here I will open my blog. Okay, now the very first thing that we create here is we create the separate user for Ubuntu with home directory. Okay, and let's proceed with the separate user creation process. Let me copy this particular command and let me paste on the terminal. Okay, so the upgrade process is still running, so let's give some time to it. It's almost done. Okay, the update is done. Let me hit the enter button one more time and enter button one more time. And that should complete the update process. Okay, let me clear this screen. Now, I'll paste the command right here, which is sudo add username. In the place of the username, I'll put my username, which is going to be fluxate. Okay, and it will create the username user with the fluxate. And it is asking me password for the flux user. So I'll just add one password. Okay, this is my password. Now it is asking the name, whatever room number, what phone. I'll just hit enter, 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 and it should create the user. So once user is created, let me copy the second command and paste it right here. This command will create the home directory for the user, and it will add the access for the sudo also. Okay, let me type fluxate right here, and it should be done. Now, the user is created. If you want to verify if the user is created, do simply ls/home and you will see home directory of the user, which is fluxset. Great. Let me clear from here. Next thing I need to do is I need to switch to that particular user. So I'll say su means switch user to fluxset. Okay, so that's the command. Now, can you see I have changed to the username called fluxset? You can see right here. Okay, I'm not sure if in the Windows, if I please control, okay, it is creating the big terminal. Great. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to here install the Ubuntu desktop environment using this particular command. So let me just paste the command right here and hit enter. Now, let me enter my password and it should start installing. Now, the Ubuntu desktop environment itself is a big package. Can you see? 2 GB. Okay, the size is 2 GB. So it will take a little bit time depending on your server size. Okay, it will take a little bit time to install. So be patient and let me pause the video, and once this installation is done, I'll just continue with the video. Okay, so right now the command is successfully executed and it has installed Ubuntu desktop environment. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to install package called Light GDM. This basically creates the display for Ubuntu desktop environment, right? So let me just copy that particular package, paste it right here, and let me enter. So this package is quite lightweight, so it will be installed quickly. Here it will open one pop-up that we need to use the arrow key on our keyboard and select the Light GDM and hit the enter button. Okay, so once we do that, it will complete whatever the rest process is there, and then it will start the Light GDM. Okay, now next command we are going to execute is dpkg reconfigure Light GDM. I think it is for creating the configuration for files for the Light GDM, which is done. And then next thing we need to do is we need to sudo reboot our system. Okay, so let me just click on that and it should reboot the system. Now let's do one thing. Let's re-login into the system one more time. Let me hit enter and let's wait for some time because it might be possible that system is getting rebooted in the background still. So let me try one more time. Okay, now the system is back online. So let me enter my password. Let me enter my password and I should have the login. Great. Now let me switch to the Fluxset. That's the user we have created. Let me cd. And in this user, what we are going to do is we are going to install RDP solution. Okay. Now, here is the command to install the RDP on the Ubuntu server. If you are using the, let's say, Debian server or CentOS server, any other server, then you have to search for the corresponding command in the internet. Okay, so let me just go here and let me paste this particular command and that should install everything for me. Okay, okay, it's asking for the password, so let me enter my password whatever I created for Fluxset user, and that should do the thing, I guess. Yeah, it is. So it will basically fetch whatever the binary for the Chrome remote desktop is, and it will set up the complete binary on the server, and once it is done, then we are ready to go. Okay, okay, now the command is completely executed without any errors. Okay, next thing we need to do is we need to search for something on the internet, right? So here what I will do, I'll use my the work profile right here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is here I'm going to say Chrome RDP. Okay, so I'm going to say Chrome RDP, and it should open one remote desktop.google.com. So that's the website we're supposed to open. And here we are going to use this particular Chrome RDP plugin to install on our browser. So let me click on the access the computer, and this is the location where we are going to do everything. Okay, so it is saying, would you like to install Chrome remote desktop on this preferred device with install app and whatever it is. Okay, so in my case it is asking because I'm using the Windows, so I don't want to install on Windows. I'm just going to keep it in the browser only. So either I install using this particular icon right here, using the install, and it will open something like this independent version, or I can just bookmark the existing whatever the window was and you keep using that one. Okay, so hence we have did like this one. Let's continue using this one. Okay, now here I need to set up the SSH. By the way, whenever you complete the RDP solution, you can see here your whatever the server is. Okay, so let me click on the setup view SSH, click on the begin, next, authorize. So when we say authorize, we are authorizing our Google account, this Gmail account, to access my Chrome RDP. Other than Gmail account, no one can access that RDP. Okay, so hence it is my Linux server Debian Linux. I'll just copy this last command right here and paste it on the server. Okay, so let me hit enter. So it is asking me 6-digit pin. Okay, so let me say any 6-digit pin. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 and hit the enter, and that should ask me the password. So let me enter my password for the current user, and it's saying host started successfully. That means we have set up the RDP successfully. Now it's time to access RDP. When we click on the remote access, can you see one host is coming, which is RDP? So let me just click on that. By the way, in my case it is showing name RDP, but in your case it might show the name of your computer or server. Okay, so let me enter my pin. I can just click here to remember the pin every single time, so that in case you forgot, you can just access the RDP connection anyway. Okay, so very first time it will take a little bit time to connect, but once it is there, you will be able to go. Now once we open this, can you see it is showing me pop-up right here, which is saying remote desktop.google.com wants to access your clipboard. That means whatever we copy on our mouse, that will be used by this particular solution. Why? Because let's say I want to copy text from my Windows to the this RDP. So in that case, it will be done automatically. Now, so once you come here, we need to select only Ubuntu. Don't select Ubuntu on Xrog. Okay, select the Ubuntu and click on OK, and that should open your server RDP. Now, whatever the option we got, select the Ubuntu, select the Xrog on Ubuntu, that stuff, that will be only one time. Okay, so let me just make it bigger, and can you see it is as same as my computer screen and it's working fantastic. Okay, so let me click on the next. Let me know I don't want to send the info, whatever it is, next, and done. Okay, so can you see everything is there? This is literally my server and everything is there. Okay, everything. So I can use this as my regular computer. Let me give you one example. I'll just open the notepad right here, and I'll just add some XYZ content right here, and let me just copy that content using Control C or right click copy. And when I go here and let me select the open terminal and paste it right here, this is working. I'm able to copy the content through the my Windows computer. Can you see? Let's test with the file upload now, because the file upload is little bit tricky. Let me show you how. Let me minimize the this particular terminal. Let me go here and let's open any file. Okay, so can you see this QR temp, whatever it is? So I'll just go here and try to drag and drop the file here. Is it working? No, it's not working. So how we should be uploading our files? So here can you see there is one arrow. you can click on that arrow. If you scroll to the little bit bottom, can you see here it is saying upload file and here it is saying download file. Wait, my camera I think is coming in the way, so let me move my cam, then you will be able to see. Yes, okay. So here can you see right here upload file and here download file. So in case you want to download something from this server, you click on download. In case you want to upload, you will select the upload, and let me select my image that I want to upload, and it should upload. And where you should find once it is upload, you should find on the desktop. Can you see? This is the image I uploaded. By the way, you can use this particular image to scan from your phone, and you can join my Telegram channel. Great. And if you have any doubt in the process, if you face any issue in the process, then what you can do is you can just simply open your browser, any browser, type fluxset.com, something like this. And on this website right here, on my website, you can log in and create a one question right here. And there is a whole community just sitting there to answer your question if I don't answer your questions. Okay. So yeah, that's all about setting the RDP on the server, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you liked it. If you like, please hit that like button. It will help me a lot. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next.